This is Paul, Golden Gate Enterprises. Hopefully you can hear us a little bit over the saw we're using for the cement board. So we'll let that end. Okay, so they've got a nice cut. Let's make sure this video is on here. I can see the red light somewhere. Yep, it's recording. So what we have here is, this is the in-progress tile deck installation we have. A lot of work goes into these tile decks. This deck was never sloped properly. Subfloor was all flat. We had to replace the subfloor underneath this. Then in the earlier videos, you've seen the what we refer to as the cricket framing, and we actually slope. Hey, could you turn that off for 1 sec? Thank you. We actually have to slope we have to slope the deck to the drains. And when you have a large deck like this, you don't just tilt everything to one direction. What we do is we basically split the deck into sections. So this deck here, if you want to call it that, has its own drain. Then there's a high point right here, and we kind of crown the installation, and we slope to our other drain, which is right behind our vacuum right there. And we have a two-stage tile mortar plaza deck drain system that goes in. Matter of fact, those are lurking somewhere around here. They're back in here, so I'm not going to dig them out. You can get an idea of the framing underneath this and what goes into this. We try to use 1 1/8" plywood on this, so this is an extremely rock solid installation. We're screwed 6 inches in the field everywhere. Our cement board gets secured and if you want to call it embedded with the plywood, with a thin set, medium set mortar that goes on the back of the cement board, and then it's screwed 6 inches in the field in all directions, so there's a ton of screws. So once this cement board goes down, all the seams will get taped and mudded with our thin set, and then we are actually ready at that point, after all this is in, to go ahead and put in our waterproof membrane system that goes in here. And the waterproof membrane system we use is not your average bare. It is specifically designed for waterproofing under tile. Most of the tile systems that we see that fail, people use homegrown stuff. They use liquid coating systems. They go down to their favorite home improvement store and think the waterproofing is going to last, or they'll put down a hot mop. They all fail. And as people that go through this know, it's extremely expensive to pull these up and redo these decks. You have to do all the details properly. So that includes getting proper slope, opening up the side walls. You notice that all the siding is up here. We actually run our material, the waterproof membrane, up the side walls a good 6 inches plus in all directions. And once the waterproof membrane is down, we actually use a thin set or medium set mortar for our large format tiles, as opposed to a big thick mortar system that you typically see, which is just completely dead weight and compounds the problems that you see on decks. But that's kind of how people that don't understand these decks do them, and we end up having to pull them up and redo them. So this is Paul, Golden Gate Enterprises, with a nice update on our tile deck project here. We happen to be in the hills of Alamo on a beautiful home, and we are doing the upper deck, and we will be doing the lower deck. We had to use a 42-foot articulating boom lift here to get our debris off of this deck and the lower deck, and of course you've got our dump truck to get our material out of here. So the demolition is crucial a part of the project as getting all of the other components done. So we handle all of this work in-house. There are very, very few companies around the San Francisco Bay Area that actually do this, and actually, to my knowledge, I really don't know who else specializes in doing this, and that's why we get called, referred, and hired all around the San Francisco Bay Area for these types of projects. So if you want the experts to do this, give us a call. This is Paul Gordon. I'm the owner and president of Golden Gate Enterprises. That's our fantastic team hard at work here, and we do all types of waterproof decks, dry rot, structural repair, as well as general renovation. So please give us a call. Paul Gordon, Golden Gate Enterprises. You can reach us at 510-909-8552. Our website is bayareacontractor.com. Give us a call and we'll keep you posted as we move along in this project. And I know you're all dying to see a little closer look at the sloping and the framing of this. And, you know, by the way, if you look at earlier videos, people always say, oh my gosh, look at all that sloped framing in there. That's underneath, and you do need it. But what's kind of interesting is when we end up framing all this up, putting our cement board on, putting the tile on, yeah, there's still, you know, the slope in it, but you really don't see it as much as you do when you're framing it out. But it's absolutely crucial for proper water flow and drainage off the deck. So again, Paul Gordon, Golden Gate Enterprises, specializing in waterproof deck systems. We specialize in the DuraDeck and the tile deck system. We work very closely with our manufacturer in everything that we do here. We're certified, licensed, and trained applicators, and we've been at it for a very, very long time, and we take great pride in our time, work, and effort. And I am going to also forward this nice video to John Ogilvy, the owner and president of DuraDeck there, because he likes to be kept apprised of projects we're working on. So here you go, John, and thanks everybody for watching our updated video on another tile deck project.